It's your boy Shad. Welcome to the Fully Over It podcast. It's episode 6. I'm stoked that you guys are here. Please follow, like, subscribe. I'm trying to grow my audience. The whole point is to grow an audience, to grow with you guys, make you guys laugh, talk about the things that we want to talk about and hear about, and like not really talk about like politics. It's super annoying. It's super like it's kind of dividing. But let's talk about other things, stuff that's going on in pop culture. And you know what? There's a lot to talk about today. I'm fully over it. It's literally in the name. It's what we do. We're fully over it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm stoked that you guys are here. This is really easy to do for me. I enjoy doing it. I do it in the comfort of my own home. And I would love to be able to help anybody out who wants to be able to do a podcast. It's so simple. All you need is a couple of things. If you ever want to get into it, please hit me up. I'll show you guys tutorials on how to do it. If that's something you guys are interested in, let me know. That way I can make a tutorial video for everybody with all the stuff that I do have. That way I can show you that it doesn't really require a lot and you don't really need a big budget for it. So with that being said, let's get right into it. I have so much to talk about. And honestly, I'm going to apologize right now. I have a lot to say today. Like I said, I'm fully over it today. There's a lot of people who have been really annoying to me, especially in the limelight. So I'm going to go ahead and break it down. We're going to talk about it and we're going to just laugh about it. It's going to be awesome. Tune in. Tune in is so whack. Who says tune in? Gotta ruin the intro. Oh God, I look terrible. Whatever, we're gonna keep this. Anyways, enjoy. We're gonna get right into the episode 6 coming right at you, all right? Something I want to talk about, hilariously enough, last week we kind of talked about it a little bit, but it was the whole Amber Heard and like Johnny Depp situation. This is kind of like an ongoing thing. So it's one of those things where it's like, I want to keep talking about it, but like as a person, as like a non-podcasting person, it's so annoying. It's so annoying to hear about it when there's like literal war happening in the Ukraine. I'm just saying, I don't know. I like, it really bums me out because I'm like watching this. It's a defamation case. Like I mentioned last week in last week's episode. Basically this chick, Amber Heard, she's wilding out, man. She wilded out apparently she like fabricated all this shit and like basically ruined Johnny Depp's career. But like not even just his career, she ruined her, like, you know, like his family essentially. Like his kids won't talk to him, little things like that, like, you know, that sort of realm. Now it's like it's really like disheartening, you know what I mean? Because it's not like she's just the clear abuser here. There's a lot of abuse happening like mutually. So like if guys, like I mentioned last episode, if you are dealing with like domestic abuse emotionally, like I guess like physically, I guess spiritually, if that's a thing, go get help, man, or just like walk away. There's somebody out there who will take care of you. It is uncharted waters to be alone for a little while, especially if you haven't been, but I promise you the level of like morale you're going to get learning how to live and love with yourself and like see your worth would be way more of a magnitude like of happiness than you would, you know, potentially working it out with this person who's emotionally or physically abusing you. Not saying you can't work it out. Obviously there's like counseling and things that you can do. You got to treat people with the type of like love and compassion that you want. So like understand where people are coming from, like compromise with them. You know what I mean? With the whole Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing, it's like really nuts. It's not that at all. Like it's really sad because like a lot of the time, you know, you see them on like social media, you know what I mean? And like you basically are like, you know, you see an image of them when they first started dating. You're like, wow, this dude's a little bit older. She's a little bit younger, but they look great together. But then, you know, there's that back part of your mind where it's like, damn, like he's kind of like weird for like being with a girl who's like way older than him. You know what I mean? Like kind of predatory type, you know? But the more stuff that like we're finding out about like Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, I think it's like reverse kind of. I don't think he's like a predator type. I really do think he's like a free spirit. The guy does like woodworking. The guy does painting. The guy's in like a rock band. The guy's like really eccentric. Guy has a temper too. But with Amber Heard, she fabricated a lot of her, you know, a lot of her stuff, you know, and during the height of the Me Too movement, this was happening. Like this was one of the main things that came out. Amber Heard saying that like she got bloodied and beaten, all this stuff. And then recently a video came out of like Johnny Depp just going ballistic in the kitchen, like just slamming shit, throwing glass. Amber Heard obviously put a camera there in secret. Whether she did that to feel safe or to try and compile evidence against him, you know, premeditatively, that's a whole other thing. I don't really know, but like it's just a really toxic situation. You know what I mean? It's really bad. I mean, in certain cases, it's a media circus. Like, honestly, like, if you think about it, it really is a media circus. Like, a lot of the things that we see in the media, I feel like are somewhat generally distracting, but I honestly think this is more for like ratings. Honestly, like it makes sense. It really does. It makes literal sense. Why wouldn't they do this? So I don't know. I feel super bad like talking about it, because it's like someone's clearly being more abused than the other person, but either way, both people were being abused. So it's like, who's right and who's wrong? You know, it's like, if you're lying about the facts, then you're wrong and you should get punished for it. You know what I mean? Obviously, like, he's already lost his career. Like, he's not gonna, like, they took him out of that fantastic, I almost said Fantastic Four. No, but they took him out of that Fantastic Beasts movie, that Harry Potter like prequel where it takes place in like the United States, and he was like the main bad guy. They replaced him with the guy from you know why people do that with their hand? I wish I could do that. But they replaced him with the guy from Doctor Strange. I forgot his name. I really did forget his name. But this guy over here, you know who I'm talking about. But essentially, yeah, like it's like, what the hell are these people thinking? Like lying, fully lying. That's brutal, man. Like it's one thing for you to like actually be an abused person and come out forward and have the facts. That's a whole different story. But if you're fabricating, like, you're obviously doing it premeditatively to like ruin this dude's career. You're not looking for like clarity and to like move on with your life and to get what's yours in that sense. You're looking to punish this man for something he didn't do when you're clearly the aggressor, where there's like literally like videos and evidence and accounts that Amber Heard is the aggressor. You know, she's even said it, like there's recordings of her saying like, no, like I pushed him to that point, you know, because whatever, justified delusion. And it's like, how are people even allowed to be like, I guess, like highly acclaimed if they have that type of mentality? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, there's a lot of like fucked up people in the world. That's not even what I'm saying, but it's like, I guess the moral of the story is even celebrities and musicians and all of our heroes in person, they could be total fucking assholes. They could be like the worst people ever. And it's like, you ever hear the saying where it's like, don't meet your heroes? It's like that. You know what I mean? It's like these Johnny Depp and Amber Heard types, these types of people, they're people at the end of the day. The only difference is they have that celebrity, like that celebrity blue check mark. That verified mark that they are like elevated in that sense. So it's kind of like, I don't know, really shitty, because I like Johnny Depp. I have never liked Amber Heard. So it's not like, oh, like Team Johnny. No, it's just, I don't really like her. She's kind of got like a witch bitch face. Bro, hashtag witch bitch. I'm keeping it. The end. I'm keeping it. It's not my thing, but I'm keeping it. From the history of this podcast. Remember, guys, episode 1. Every time I do this podcast, I'm 25. I'm young again. I go from 31, almost 32, my birthday's in a couple of days. Then I go back to 25. I'm a young guy again. I'm a young guy. That's me. I'm young. You know what I mean? I just blew the candles out. You know what I wish for? Can't tell you. Because then it wouldn't come true. Anyways. Speaking of like court and like all this crazy shit, let's just like jump over to something kind of in the same realm, yeah? But it's with Blac Chyna and this dude, I don't want to just say this dude, but the entire freaking Kardashian kin, like literally every Kardashian. They're basically lawyered the hell up. They're going fully hard against Blac Chyna and her people. Blac Chyna is basically doing this $100 million, like, I don't want to call it like a defamation, but it's some type of like defamation where she feels that they went, that, what was it? That they went and they, what was the phrasing that she said? That, I guess, influence the people at like the entertainment company, to like cancel her show with Rob Kardashian and her and all this shit. And like, obviously the Kardashians are like, no, like we didn't do that. But it's the same thing with the Johnny Depp and like Amber Heard situation. It's just like long dragged out like court situation, and like no one's allowed really in there. So all we're getting is like the people who paint it in pictures, you know what I mean? Like they sketch it. We're not really allowed to be in there. It's not like how it is with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. That's more of a media circus. This one's more just like all these things get said for Blac Chyna and the Kardashian, the case that I'm talking about, in the courtroom. Like we don't actually see the video of it. It's all like hearsay and like what the people inside are hearing and telling us. You know what I mean? But for the most part, This chick, dude, this chick, Blac Chyna, does not look good right now. She doesn't have her own personal bank account. She hasn't done taxes since 2018. And I guess, like, it's not like she came out and said that. Kardashians lawyered the hell up. The lawyers that they have are next level. I mean, look, like, I'm not one of those types of people that thinks that Kim Kardashian's an idiot. Same with Kris Jenner. Same with any of the Kardashian girls. I honestly do think they are very intelligent. You know what I mean? They may portray a certain, like, tendency that we're seeing on the camera or yada yada, but they are very intelligent. They know how to brand, they know how to market, they know how to do their own PR. They've been in the game for a long time. I think a lot of people should start respecting that. But with that being said, they lawyered up. Kim Kardashian's a lawyer too. She did the baby bar. She passed. She passed. She's got a butt, but she passed. I don't know what that has to do with anything, the butt part. But you know what? Like, you get what I mean. I had to just, every time I talk about Kim Kardashian, but I have to say that. But, you know? But, I don't know. Anyways, so stupid. Don't cancel me. But, yeah. What was I talking about? They lawyered up. They lawyered the hell up. How many times have I said that? You know? So Blac Chyna's up there and they kind of cornered her. You know, they cornered her into saying, hey, like, is it true this, and this? I don't know how, like, lawyers do it, but you know how, like, lawyers had that, like, that Jedi mind trick kind of conversation with you, like, where they kind of corner you and, like, you're forced to answer certain things. Like, we all seen those movies, those TV shows, where you have that badass lawyer who's just like, tell me the truth. And the other guy's like, you can't handle the truth, but ends up telling him the truth anyways, because, like, lawyer's so good. I have a friend who's a lawyer. I don't know if she's actually a good lawyer, but she seems like she'd be a great lawyer. So I'm going to say she's a good lawyer. Shout out, friend. You know who you are. Probably don't even listen to this, but hello. Also, that means, yes, your boy has lawyers as friends. Don't come for me, because I'll come for you. Okay? Hashtag trademark fully over podcast. But yeah, dude, Blac Chyna, Rob Kardashian, super awkward, super weird. Apparently, like, this chick, Blac Chyna, put a gun to Rob Kardashian's head. Like, here's the thing, man. Like, Rob Kardashian, to me, is, like, kind of a wimp. You know what I mean? I watched it. I watched the Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Not, like, all of it. But I watched it, like, from the early on. It's like, I had, you know, like, come on. How did I not want to watch it? It was a bunch of, like, Armenian girls, you know? Like, Armenian white / girls, whatever the fuck they are. They're hot. You know what I mean? I'm not mad about it. No one's mad about it. They keep getting hotter. It's like you think they're finally going to age, but no. They're still getting hotter. You know what it is? I hear they drink. I can't. I hear that they drink. I can't say it. I'm gonna say it. I hear that they drink blood, like South Korean baby blood. Oh, I'm gonna get canceled so hard. No, I'm just joking. I'm not. I'm totally kidding. I don't know what it is. They are just insane. They are like. We don't have royalty like the royal family, you know what I mean? They're kind of like that for the United States as far as pop culture. So, like, they're huge. Everybody knows them. And, like, it's wild to me because the family's literally been around since, like, OJ was in court, you know, for murdering homegirl. You know what I mean? OJ. Kim Kardashian's dad was OJ Simpson's lawyer. And you want to be Blac Chyna and do a lawyer? It's like a suit against freaking the Kardashian family? Look, man. Good luck. You need Jesus. You need Krishna. You need Muhammad. You need fucking everybody, bro. You need everybody on your side. Yo, Blac Chyna looks funky, bro. I don't trust her, man. How you gonna put a gun to somebody's head? I swear to God, if my girlfriend put a gun to my head, I shit my pants. I don't deal well with that type of, like, stress. You know what I mean? I will shit my pants. And I'm, in my opinion, more of a man than Rob Kardashian. So you could imagine. My man had diarrhea trailing down his leg. Ouch. Ouch. That hurts. I don't like it. Don't put a gun to my head, dude. Put your boobs to my head. That's what I want. I don't want a gun, dude. I want to feel the warmth. I want to go to bed. I want to take a nap. I don't want to argue with you. Arguing sucks, bro. Don't be like Blac Chyna and fucking Rob Kardashian. Y'all had a TV show. Y'all couldn't even keep it civil. Y'all have kid. Y'all have a kid together. Y'all need to be better parents. Y'all dragging this bullshit out. I mean, who am I? I'm not even a parent. But I want to be. I'd like to. I'd crush it. I'd be so cool as a parent. I would. I'd have blankets. I'd have mugs, koozies. I'd have a kid too, but, like, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. I mean, all these stuff I have now, but, like, it's a little bit more when you're a dad, you know? All my homies is dads now. That's tight. What's up, dads? Hashtag dad bod. Anyways, yeah. So this whole thing with like Amber Heard and Johnny Depp sucks. This whole thing with Blac Chyna and freaking the Kardashian family line is crazy. It's like celebrities really do have so much limelight, you know what I mean, on our news. So I talk about this stuff because I think it's funny. I think it's hilarious. I think it's kind of cool because like we can talk about it. There's other countries where this type of stuff is censored, but sometimes you just like, damn, how many brain cells am I losing? Yet alone, how many brain cells am I losing listening to this guy? Regardless, Blac Chyna, can you chill? Amber Heard, can you chill? Y'all take the award for being witch bitches. And I say that with the utmost respect, the utmost respect. I don't mean it disrespectfully, because I don't like calling women bitches. They don't deserve that. But when I say witch bitch, again, it's not a restaurant, it's a person. I don't mean it in a derogatory sense. I mean it like you're mean. I could just say you're mean. That's more PC, but it's my podcast and we're fully over that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Jada, you have 2 new people to add to the freaking group. Amber Heard and this other lady. Fucking. Actually, there's another one I want to talk about. Not just Amber Heard and Blac Chyna. Also, if there's a fourth person we can add to this Justice League of witch bitches, is Amy Schumer, bro. Put her in there, dog. Amy Schumer, Jada, Pinkett Smith. I hate saying, just take the Pinkett out. Sorry. Just take it out. Anyways. And then the other 2. Those 4. Like, that's it. I'm going to just start making a list of like witch bitches. The mean ones. Amber Heard, Blac Chyna, Amy Schumer, Jada. Jada is Lex Luthor. In all of this. Like if this was Justice League and she was the Legion of Doom, she'd be, you know, what's it called? Blac Chyna would be Mr. Freeze. Because she's ice cold. I don't know what that was. You know? Amber Heard would be fucking Poison Ivy. Because she's got red hair in that Aquaman movie. Yup. Red hair. I said it. Just saying. They're weird, man. Be nice. Everybody just be nice to each other. Make a podcast. Make fun of each other on there. It's healthy. Rather than just being rude about it. You can talk it out via podcast episodes. It's fine. But that's all I have to say about this. Honestly. Let's move on. So that segment was pretty fun, I guess. I mean, Blac Chyna and Amber Heard. Thanks for the topics of discussion. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on, basically. One thing I want to talk about, first thing, segment number 2. My favorite segment right now is the sports segment because we get to talk about some stuff that's happening at Manchester United. Now, I'm a Manchester United fan. I'm a huge United fan. I've been a United fan for going on over a decade now. Almost 2, I think. And basically, like, we've had a decorated history of winning, like, trophy after trophy after trophy. Like, we're probably the biggest English team commercially. Right now, as far as like title and table wise, like as far as like stature, we're not like what we used to be. There's a lot of our older players, our veteran players who have retired since playing football are completely over watching Manchester United play because it's a completely different team. You know, there's a lot of kids on the team who don't really have a lot of like, and I say kids, but really it's like the people who are between like ages like 21 to like 30 who are kind of like over it, who are getting paid a crazy salary to really do what? You know what I mean? They're not doing well. They are out of Champions League. So they're officially out of Champions League. And that's pretty hard to hear. I mean, like considering that like Cristiano Ronaldo's on the team, like you would expect for them to be on Champions League. Like for Champions League, that's like huge for him. For him not to be in a Champions League is crazy. So now, since that top 4 position is out of the window because they're not going to have enough games left to get the points that they need to get into that 4th place role, now they got to try their hardest to get into the top 6 place, which is Europa League. Yeah, you don't go to the Premier League. Oh, I got to sneeze. Anyways, like you don't go to the like Europa League when you go to 6th place. So they really got to get that 5th place spot or it's going to be a terrible season for Manchester United. The fact that they're not going to be in either is just like, damn guys, enjoy your vacation. But when it's back, like when we're back to training, it's going to be a whole new coach, a whole new method, a whole new situation. Players are leaving too. We got like 10 players who are contemplating leaving Manchester United. Right now, the biggest thing is we have a brand new coach. They're They're putting all of their hopes, all of their rebuilding, everything into the club, into one man. He's the coach for a team called Ajax. It's a team from Amsterdam. It's from their their league. I don't know how to say the league name. I'm not going to try. It's kind of hard, but you probably see it over here somewhere. Regardless, Ajax, he's been basically like monumental in their academy, in their overall team structure, their team management, how the players are. All the players respect him. Respect him. He's not like a bitch for a coach. Excuse my term. By that I mean he's not a wimp. He's not just gonna let these big personalities run around, pretend like, oh well, I get paid this. Who are you? It's like, no, it's not about that. Prime example. Look at Pep Guardiola. Look at Manchester City. It's not based on the player. It's based on the system. You know what I'm saying? His system that he has in place is top notch. It's the same thing he had at Bayern, same thing at Barcelona, and now it's the same thing he has at Manchester City. So if this guy goes and essentially becomes an international coach, which is what he wants to do, Pep Guardiola, and become the Spain international manager, it's over for him. He's going to be the greatest. I mean, personally, right now, I think he is the GOAT right now. You know, if he does go to international and he wins it all with Spain or like whoever he decides to go with, he is the GOAT. The end. Like not even Fergie is going to be better than him. I'm sorry. I'm a United fan. But like you have to look at the facts. You have to look at the leadership. You have to look at the different, I respect it. But regardless, what I'm talking about is our new coach. He's also bald just like Pep. He's also bald just like me. I love it. But his name is ERIK ten Hag. He's from Ajax, and he's not a wimp. He's told players, shut up, run the ball, go do this, go do that. Like, he doesn't let these big personalities change anything. He doesn't even really have a plan for Cristiano Ronaldo. He's like, yeah, I guess, cool, he's nice. He's at Manchester United, but I could do it without him. So if you guys need to offload him so we can get a wage back, then by all means go do it, because I'd rather have the wage to bring in younger players. Not saying that Cristiano Ronaldo is not, the GOAT, but he thinks that he could do it without him. And plus Cristiano's, 37. There's been links that he might be going back to Porto, which would be crazy. I think it was Porto, but am I wrong? I'll fact check myself. I don't have like a young Jamie or like a Juan Fire to do any of this stuff for me. So I just have to like do it. But like, regardless, we'll talk about it next episode. But yeah, new coach. He seems super cool. He seems like he's going to whip everybody into shape. He seems like he's going to work with the academy well, bring up a bunch of youngsters. That's the best, because those youngsters, man, they come as free agents essentially. They don't require a lot of pay. I mean, unfortunately, Mason Greenwood, before he had, the situation happen on Manchester United, he was promised. He was about to be the next like striker for us, huge, even like bigger than Rashford. He came from our academy, but he ruined his own career. So now we have to try and build more of these academy-based players. That way we have some more fire. I mean, you look, at some of the younger players compared to the older players. The older players, just it's like a vacation to them. I mean, who am I really? I'm a guy that's sitting on my couch watching this. Usually if it's on at like 4:30 in the morning, I'm like literally in bed rolling over anytime like Manchester United is like low, like down on points. You know what I mean? It's just like, really, against Norwich, really against Arsenal. But you know what? Shout out to Arsenal. Arsenal's made a huge comeback. They're like, Arteta's doing a great job over there. You got to respect him. Pep told everybody, watch out, trust the system. It's going to work. And then that's what it is. And I really do hope they do the same thing for Ten Hag. When he comes to United, I really do hope that they give him the time that he needs and allow him to be able to rebuild. Because this is what this is. It's a rebuild. It happened with Manchester City once they got bought out by the Sheik, because there's a Sheik who owns them, just like how there's like I think a prince who owns PSG, and Manchester United were owned by the Glazers. It's the same people who own the Buccaneers. So it's like we're a commercially owned club. That's what it is. But how do you bring the roots back to a commercially owned club? I'm genuinely concerned to see how that's going to be like. I mean, ERIK ten Hag apparently is living in Manchester City, in the actual city of Manchester, in like the center of it, like essentially where all the fans are. He wants to live closer to the fans, to have more of like, I mean, to me, it's like Ted Lasso vibes. You know what I mean? Ted Lasso, like, and if you watch the show, he's going to the pub. You know what I mean? People are telling him to fuck off, essentially, and like he's a wanker, but like he's still immersing himself within that culture, within that community, so he could build with that community. Again, it's a rebuild. This isn't like, we got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as our coach. We can move on now and like we hope it works. No, like this is ERIK ten Hag. It's not some guy, you know what I mean? So it's going to be a huge rebuild. 2 of our scouts even left. 2 of our worldwide scouts have left, and now, Rangnick is in a position that's more of a director and advisory position, and he's coming out and he's saying a bunch of stuff. Hey, it's like, we don't have time for this. We will not do this. We will not do that. I mean, the way I see it is, if I was a player for Manchester United and I was at this point in the season, every game would feel like PE class. Honestly, like if they don't win the next game, consider Europa out of the question. So what happens for the last 2 remaining games? It's going to be nothing. No one's really going to care. Yeah, like whatever. They're going to want to still make their statistics and make their goals and whatnot. But like, what are they fighting for? It's like what Bruno Fernandes said it on Twitter. He goes, the difference between us and Liverpool when they play Liverpool is Liverpool's winning in like their goal is to win a title. Manchester United doesn't have a goal. We're just barely trying to stay in like Champions League. And now after that, we're barely trying to stay in freaking Europa. So hopefully if we don't win the last 2 or 3 games of the season, like we're going to have a really sad, terrible season to look back on and be like, damn, we didn't qualify for shit. We got kicked out of FA, Carabao, everything. So terrible season for United. At this point, you're just watching like a scrimmage for United, regardless if they win or lose. If they don't win their next game, it's over. You know what I mean? So it totally brings the vibe down of the entire podcast because I'm genuinely sad and I'm genuinely upset. But what can you do? What can you do? You know what I mean? It is what it is. In positive news, though, I may be a Manchester United fan, but I love Chelsea Football Club. I don't know what it is. I think I have a lot of friends who are like Chelsea supporters, and they're really good people. I like them a lot. I just like a lot of the players that used to be on on Chelsea like back in the day, like John Terry, Lampard, Didier Drogba, Fernando Torres. They call him Fernando No Scores because I think he came from Liverpool, went to Chelsea. But like still, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of names that I could keep saying that were on Chelsea that have always been good. Even like coaches wise, they've always had really good coaches. Conte, Mourinho, Sarri. I mean, like I don't know. They're a huge mainstream club. But what's even gnarlier is apparently Sir Hamilton, I like calling him that, but Hamilton Lewis, the F1 driver, and Serena Williams are going in on it with like, what was it saying? It was like a conglomerate or some shit of people who are trying to go and buy this like sports team. Look, man, I'm all about it. I think it's tight. I think when people go and like try and do these things, I think why not? Why not? Why not go and do this? You know what I mean? Martin Brotens. I don't know who the hell that is. I wish I had a young Jamie so we can just Google that on spot. Yo, if anybody wants to be a freaking producer on my podcast, hit me up. Taking resumes. Well, maybe not resumes, but like just hit me up. DM me. Taking DMs. There we go. But yeah, man, like this is pretty rad. I mean, like for the most part, Serena Williams, no one's really made a comment like from Serena Williams team, but like obviously like this is something that's happening if it's going to be like major news like this. But yeah, like with that being said, I think that'd be crazy to see. I think a lot of like sports people who are making a lot of like, it's a good business decision. Why not? You know what I mean? Why not? Chelsea's huge. What's funny is this dude Hamilton is a freaking Arsenal fan, but he's buying Chelsea. That's dope. I mean, like that's hilarious. Like, is he gonna be a Chelsea fan after this? You think, or do you think he'll still be an Arsenal supporter, which will be kind of awkward? You know what I mean? How do Chelsea fans feel about somebody who is a freaking, I guess, an Arsenal supporter owning them? Meanwhile, like, what if Serena Williams isn't even like a Chelsea fan either? What if she's like a City fan, or what if she's like a Liverpool fan? Like, how mad would Chelsea supporters be from having like Roman Abramovich, who's like all Chelsea left and right, all about Chelsea, like take all the money, buy whoever you want, I don't care. Lukaku, I don't care. Flop, whatever, buy another one. You know what I mean? Return it, buy another one. Like, now that he's not involved anymore, it's crazy to see how the club is, I guess, being managed, and like how certain people are being like looked at the club. Like Rudiger, for example, is apparently leaving this season. Aspilicueta is apparently leaving this season. I mean, dude, does that mean people like Mount and Christian Pulisic are going to stick around? Because if they're going to stick around, like they're taking a big bet. You know what I mean? The new management is going to be a big deal. The new owners are going to be a big deal, shall I say, like based on like, You see how Roman was. Roman knew football as well. That's kind of like a different part to it. Like the Glazers, they don't even know the offsides rule. So what do they know about Manchester United, the history of that, buying players, acquisition, these kinds of things, like player acquisition? They know nothing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not mad about it. Like, no, I'm just kidding. I'm super pissed about it. It's just Jewish guys, super wealthy Jewish guys. I think the Glazer family is Jewish, and they're killing it, and that's fine. And they own hella shit, and they own the Buccaneers. I think they own another team, like a baseball team or something. And they own Manchester United. Apparently, they wanted to open up like their own cricket team to go into like a Manchester United cricket league or some shit like that, or not a league, but like a team that would be in another league, but it'd be under the name of Manchester United. Like, are you thick? Why are you doing that? Like, that's dumb. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, this year for Hanukkah, when I pray, I'm going to pray that never happens, because that's whack. For every candle, I'm going to pray that never happens. I'm not even Jewish, but I'm going to learn so this doesn't happen. You know what I mean? But yeah, maybe Manchester United should have new owners. Personally, that'd be tight to have owners like Hamilton and Serena Williams. You know what I mean? Or like, I think LeBron James owns some of Liverpool. I don't think he owns all Liverpool, but he owns some. That's dope. Imagine if Tom Brady owned a little bit of Manchester United. Like, where he can like say like, no, we're going to allocate money to United. Sorry, guys. Gotta love Tom Brady. Why is Tom Brady so great? But enough of the soccer talk. I can keep going and going and going. Like, even with my friends, when we talk about sports, we go back and forth. Some of my other friends, they know more about soccer than me. So me listening to them is like, oh my goodness, they know facts. They know like legit facts. They know when the motherfucker was born. It's like, not that serious, but hey, Also, I got a new Manchester United jersey. Hasn't come yet, but it's a goalie jersey and it's green. I'm stoked on it. It's got like this cool, like, have you guys seen the Nigerian style like jerseys? It reminds me a little bit of that. For the international Nigerian jersey. Oh, so just class. Beautiful. The same reaction I'm having, like, as far as is the same thing I'm having about the Ford Bronco. It's crap. But it's fine. We're gonna move past it. But we're gonna go ahead and take a little break, and we're gonna jump into the last segment and talk about a couple of things that are happening in our current events. Welcome back. Hopefully that break wasn't too long. No, I'm kidding. It should have only been like 10 seconds. Anyways, I want to get right into some current events, I guess, in pop culture that have been happening. One really funny one I just keep seeing all over the place. Like, I don't want to call it funny because I feel bad calling it funny, but essentially it's pretty funny. You guys know who Ezra Miller is? I guess the people who don't know who that is the guy who plays Flash. He's also in that Fantastic Beast movie. I think his name is like Credence or some shit like that. Like, let me see. This dude right here. Like, this is him like in a younger version, but this is what he looks like, meow. This is what he looks like in the Fantastic Beast movie. I don't know what this is, but I respect it. That's fine. You're slaying, honey. And then this is what he looks like as the Flash. So like, he was in the Justice League movie, like he did a really good job, but the guy's kind of eccentric. Like, apparently he's been in Hawaii. I don't know if he's filming anything, but I think he's like preparing to film a major movie, but he keeps getting in trouble with the law. And I guess he's having situations where this fucking guy is like he'll be at a club and he'll just be like dancing, doing this weird like salsa rhythm, and then someone will like tell him like he's clearly like messed up though. Like, he's on something. He's like either on on booze, on drugs, both. I don't know, but he's feeling himself while this is happening. And apparently he's been like lashing out and getting really aggressive with certain people. So this could all just be method acting that's like gone wrong. Not saying that. I could be totally wrong. Your boy's not psychologically, a doctor. I don't have a pitch. I don't have one of those pitches, a PhD, a pitched. I don't have one of those. I don't have a pitched. I said a pitch. Like a peach. I do have a peach though. But no, just kidding. Call me Shaddy B. Oh God. All right. Oh God, that was so bad. I'm not gonna take it out because authenticity rules. Oh God. Moving on. So yeah, this dude right here got arrested once. So like, when that happened, like, Warner Brothers has, I think, like 12 movies to do with him for just that Harry Potter spinoff, right? They put that shit kind of back. They're like, hey, yo, let's make sure he's all right. Let's make sure you can handle this. He gets arrested again. And now they're like, yo, we got to suspend like the Flash movies because this dude's fucking erratic. Apparently he threw like a table at like a patron or something like that. Like this guy, bro, this little dweeby guy, he threw he threw a batarang at someone. He threw a chair like a batarang, like he's Christian Bale. He's Batfleck, dude. He's baffled by Ben Affleck as Batman, dude. He's Batflecked. Batflecked. Wow, I mean, new word. Bad dude. He's cool. I like him as an actor. I like him in his roles. But the guy sus. That's his mug. He's super sus. That's his mug shot. That's his mug. I want to get that face on a mug. Just like, what up? How's your day? I don't know. I threw a chair earlier. No big deal. You know what I mean? He's very pretty. He's got very pretty features. Look at his little face. It's very like defined. If I was, like him, I'd also want a defined face. But then, you have this. Say what's up, my boy. Say what's up, my boy. Come on, bro. What you doing? What's wrong with you? Wallah. See? Respectable. Okay. Not bad. Not gonna lie, he looks fire. It's kind of weird though. I would wear this minus the makeup. He's got this Uma thing going on. I'm not feeling it, bro. I'm just not feeling it. It is what it is. I'm not mad about it. I'm not like a hater. Although I am kind of a hater. I can't help myself. One thing I can't really help myself is loving pop culture. It's like I'm fully all about it. Even though this is called the Fully Over podcast, I'm fully all about talking about pop culture. But there's certain elements of it like I don't like. Like when it comes to hurting people, when it comes to like taking advantage of people, trolling people, it sucks because I like trolling. Trolling is fun. But like sometimes trolling can go into bullying and that's not okay. What's even not okay is like being a dick and like shooting somebody in the feet. More specifically, let's talk about Megan the motherfucking Stallion. Now here's the thing. I love Megan the Stallion. I love it. I think she's beautiful. She's a queen. How dare you shoot my queen, sir? How dare you? Shame on you. Apparently, she's saying that he got on top of the car and was like shooting down at her. And and I guess he was like made her get out of the car and like started dancing and started shooting on the ground. And apparently she got shot in the feet. That's crazy. You want to know who did that? Who did the shooting? Who he was? You want to know who it was? It was her boy, Tory Lanez. Wow. Why? Why? Like, what were you guys on? Like, how is that even a thing? Like, I saw that in that movie with the white people, and they got the Western movie. It's old. They got Steve Martin, Chevy Chase, and the other fucking guy. You know what I mean? The Three Amigos. They were shooting at the feet, dance. Remember? You guys remember that scene? You guys should see it over here somewhere. I'm just saying. Megan Thee Stallion got shot in the feet. Actually got shot in the feet. Now, here's the thing. She probably lawyered up so fast. Homegirl, I think, is going to Harvard. She's, like, very, very smart. Like, a lot of people are saying that she's bullshitting. But this is really something intense to bullshit about. Like, even if this wasn't the real, true story of what happened and nobody but them knows, that's really intense, even if that's the case. She got shot in the feet. You know what I mean? The only other person who I know who kind of got shot in the feet, I think was Jesus. I think Jesus, wow. I'm not comparing Megan Thee Stallion to Jesus, but like, Jesus got his feet to the cross. So they didn't have bullets back then. What the fuck you thinking, bro? Like, of course I'm going to make that, it's not the same thing, but if they have bullets, they wouldn't have used the hammer. You know what I mean? I'm just saying they would have used one of those like stud machines where like you preload it. You know what I mean? Just saying. That's just, I don't know. Industrial Revolution. What can I say? What can I say about it? A lot of the stuff that we have is because of that. Also, did you know we have power drills? Cordless power drills came from space, from working on the space station. They had to make something up there like, you know what I mean? So they brought the technology back down to Earth because why not? I'm on a roof. I don't need something corded. I need something cordless, bro, with the battery pack. You know what I mean? Just saying. But yeah, Megan Thee Stallion, man, she got shot in the feet. People are saying, like, the court was saying that her evidence and story and stuff like that didn't really match up with, I guess, all the facts. So there's some like weird issue going on in the court system where it's still like held back. And I guess like Tory Lanez like 3 weeks ago, like apparently like got like arrested by the court for breaking contract and like basically like an NDA type of contract, saying like, I don't really know what he said, but apparently he leaked some information on his Instagram about the court case. And I guess that was like grounds for him to get in trouble. So there's a lot of like drama happening between them. I mean, like she was on that freaking, what is it, on CBS, you know, having like an emotional, I mean, you see the article, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like, obviously, like, I don't see it and I'm like, oh, damn, like she's like faking it. I see it like, damn, like she's genuinely like traumatic about this, you know what I mean? And it is like, I've never been in a circumstance where like I've had a gun drawn on me, like pointed at me, yet alone somebody shooting a gun towards at my feet, like regardless of the instance. Like that's really intense, whether it's Megan Thee Stallion or like fucking Joe Rogan, like you know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter like the person, it just matters that like that's type of behavior that should not be condoned. Granted, like I'm not saying like Tory Lanez is innocent in all this, but it's like what really happened. Like, can we actually get all the facts? And, you know, as far as I'm concerned, the facts right now is he was shooting the gun, whether it was like at her or whatever, like it hit her in the feet. So that happened. That's happened. But how and why it got to that is where it gets kind of misconstrued. And I mean, it's bizarre. What kind of a situation is that? You know what I mean? But whatever. I'm not here to pass judgment on them. I'm just here to say, yo, if you have it in you, try not to shoot anybody. Don't, yet alone Megan Thee Stallion. Look at her, bro. She's fire. Have you seen one of her concerts? I haven't gone. But on YouTube, your boy's pumping. Like, pumping. I'm like, oh my God. Megan Thee Stallion. What's popping? I'm just saying. She goes to Harvard. She's smart. If she doesn't do music, she's probably going to do something else. And that's fine. She's probably going to be businessed the fuck up. And I respect that. What isn't more attractive than that? Just saying. Just saying. But yeah, this dude Tory Lanez basically said not guilty. He's like, nah, I didn't do that shit. Buy my next album. But yeah, this dude Tory Lanez, man. See, like I was saying earlier, rearrested. Yikes, bro. You need to chill, bro. You need to relax, bro. It's not that serious. Like, why are you getting arrested? Why are you leaking data? Why are you leaking information about a court case, bro? Just be civil, man. Just be civil, man. Who are you, Rob Kardashian? You're gonna leak nudes? Dickhead. Ooh. More info. But honestly, no. You know what? I'm over talking about this. I don't even want to look at this anymore. Let's move on. One thing I really want to talk about, I should have talked about it in the sports segment, but I kind of want to talk about it now because it's kind of sports related, but it's also culturally kind of cool. But this dude, Tyson motherfucking Fury. Look, Tyson motherfucking Fury is the underdog story that I absolutely love. Now, you're like, who's Tyson Fury? Who the fuck is this guy? Tyson Fury, bro. This man right here. He was a fat fuck, right? Almost killed himself a bunch of times, was addicted to drugs, made a whole life-changing comeback, found God, like, he's goals. Unfortunately, he's retiring. But that's after winning everything. That's after winning every title that there is. The guy's been boxing for years. He's not Jake Paul. He didn't just start yesterday. He's been doing this since he was a kid. He's been winning titles after titles after titles in England, and internationally, all around the world. So he's retiring officially to keep his perfect record. Now, a lot of people who follow Tyson Fury might also follow a little bit of UFC. More specifically, they'd follow Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou is a freaking monster. For people who don't know Francis Ngannou, let me see if I can find him. Find a good photo for y'all. Where is he? That's him right there on the right, bro. Francis Ngannou is a monster. He's in the UFC. He just finished his last official UFC fight. I think he either had a short contract or he fought all his fights to the point where the UFC released him. So he has his rights, he has his name. I'm pretty sure he has those things, and he can go and fight in other places now. So if he wants to join Bellator, he can. He can. If he wants to go do boxing, he absolutely can. He's not bogged down by the UFC saying, no, you owe us this percent of whatever you do under this name, under this brand, until you finish this fight. So this last fight, he, retained his title, he retained his title, knocked out the other dude, even though he had like a messed up leg. Ngannou had a messed up leg the whole fight and ended up wrestling him to the ground. Ngannou's a striker. He doesn't really wrestle. He did sparring in the last fight before, like on the ground. That was pretty much it. But other than that, it was like short sparring. It was like half speed. He had a messed up leg the whole time. He had a messed up knee. And he still won. The guy's a monster. Ngannou is a monster. So, Tyson being retired, you're like, oh, bro, are we going to see an Ngannou fight? A Francis and then a Tyson fight? We're not. We're not going to see it on an official level. We're going to see it on an exhibition level where it does not count if this dude Tyson Fury loses. I'm going to be honest. Tyson Fury is one of the GOATs of boxing. You see him making those movements when people are punching him, like his distance, his movement, everything. Don't let his little muffin top fool you. The guy's a monster. The guy knows the way that Messi scans across the field and looks and knows where to position himself based on where the other players are, not even where they're at, but where they're gonna go. It's like chess. People do certain movements and certain things, and it's so calculated. And that's how I think these people, these superior upper tier athletes, like the LeBron types, the Steph Curry types, the Tyson Fury types, like the Ngannou types, like I can keep going. They are outliers. They are so good at processing data and information compared to everybody else around them who is doing the same thing they're doing. They're getting the same training other people are getting. The only difference is their processing and their computational understanding of, hey, this training that I'm getting, this like it stores easier in their brain and they're able to bring it out whenever they need. The level of mental clarity you need to have for that is so impressive, is so rad. But like I'm trying to say, it's going to be an exhibition fight. It's not going to be official, but it's going to make them a lot of money. A lot of people are going to chime and buy into that pay-per-view to see Ngannou fight Tyson because Francis Ngannou, again, he's a striker, he's a fighter, he's a boxer. You know what I mean? But he was doing UFC because he was under the contract of UFC. Well, take that shit out of the question. Take that shit out of the picture. What if you're not part of UFC anymore? Now you can make fuck you money. That's the point. That's why they're setting this whole thing up. So they can have that fuck you money, which is understandable. I mean, Tyson versus freaking Ngannou or Fury versus Ngannou is going to be nuts. Like, honestly, I'll probably pay for that one. Or I'll probably go to a bar somewhere and watch it because it's going to be like Titans going at it. So I'm stoked on it. It's going to be pretty rad. I'm all for it, like I'm fully about this type of like competition. One thing I'm like really stoked on right now, like I guess like fully about are specific people like who have really funny content and really like hilarious ways of like showing it to us. Rick Ross has been kind of on my radar lately. Recently just bought a new tank for no reason. He just bought a new tank. Let's see what he says. Look at this thing. This thing's a monster, bro. That's crazy. How much do you think that is? Honestly, how much do you think that is? That probably costs like so much money. But like, look at him. Yo, man. Rick Ross's goals, bro. Rick Ross is the freaking go. He's got it's a custom camo paint job with leather Louis Vuitton seats. That is crazy. He just bought it to bought it. He bought it. Okay. 3 weeks ago, he bought a cow. Okay. He bought a cow. And then he's like, now I gotta buy a piano. I gotta buy a piano that plays itself. You know what I mean? That's what he got. He legit got a piano that plays itself. Because I think Rick Ross, Chris D'Elia was saying it perfectly. He's kind of lonely, bro. He's kind of a lonely guy. I mean, like, bro, like, what does he do? I mean, honestly. But he's the GOAT. I bought a piano. It was fire. And I'm just like, yo, bro. And then look what else he just bought, bro. Look at this. Oh, of course it wouldn't show it to me. Of course it wouldn't show it to you, my baby. Hey, my baby. No, you got to go to the reels, papi. Can we find it? Can we find it? Nah, we can't find a way. But yeah, essentially, he's the GOAT. He's so funny. I love following him just because it's like, I don't know. It's Rick Ross, dude. But yeah, he talks really funny and I enjoy it. But he bought a cow. He bought a freaking he had to go cut trees down. I guess like each tree was $10,000. So he told his homeboy and his partner to go to freaking Home Depot, and he was like, yo, get the biggest motherfucking chainsaw you have. I don't care how big is it. We're gonna cut these bitches down ourselves. And then he goes and buys a tank. Bro, I wanna be Rick Ross. I wanna be Rick Ross. I can't even do it, dude. But I wanna be Rick. I wanna be Rick. Yeah. Like, I feel like that could be me, bro. Rick Ross. You know? Just saying. But I can't believe I just did Rick Ross impression. I'm not gonna lie. That was my first time doing a Rick Ross impression. So if it was bad, I'm so sorry. But whatever, bro. You don't get to be fully over this. I do. So eat a dick. Just saying. But with that being said, that's all we have for this week. I'll enjoy seeing you guys next week. I gotta go walk the dog.